Hello and welcome to Pentest blog. Today we are going to see a remote code execution vulnerability in Kafka. So we will talk about Apache Kafka and this 0-day vulnerability. As you can see, the CVE that has been assigned to it is 34040 of 2023. So if we search this thing in CVE meter site, that is this thing. Search CVE list and we will paste it here, submit, and there is the description. If you don't know about Apache Kafka, you can simply go to Google Apache Kafka and you will see a nice intro and what is event streaming and what is for what Kafka is used for. And you can also see the use cases here. So there is variety of use cases and the Kafka is used by many enterprises. So first, and for the today's environment, I am using Linux Mint, that is the Cinnamon edition. If you don't know about it, you can just go to Linux Mint and here this thing, download the latest version. You can download it here or you can use your basic Windows, anything you want. So how it started? So basically if you search here like Pentester Lab newsletter, you will go to this site, that is Pentester Lab newsletter. I already have opened it, but to show you the whole process like how I ended up in here. So in their newsletter, the CV that they mentioned, and I received this info from this GitHub page, that is this thing. So while searching, I got a nice POC from Counter Security OSS. So first we will see like how this POC is working. So we will clone this GitHub repo and replicate the whole scenario in our local system. So Control C and we will git clone. Now we will make a workspace. And we will go to Spring, capital S, yes. So first thing we notice, there is a Docker compose file. So first is downloading the Zookeeper Docker, and then it's downloading the CP Kafka. So what do we need to do? If you do not have Docker installed, you can install it like sudo apt install docker.io. I already have installed it. So, and for the Docker compose thing, you have to again install sudo apt install docker compose, and this thing also I already have installed. We will just simply follow up this thing. So sudo docker compose up. If you are not root, you can use the sudo, that will give you sudo permissions, and it will download the Docker images. It will take time, so let's wait for it to complete the download. So the two Docker instances are up and running. What we will do, we will open a new tab here and we can inspect the Docker. So like docker sudo docker ps, and as you can see there are two containers running. The first one is Kafka and the second one is Zookeeper. So the next thing is we need to build the okay, so before building our consumer and the producer of the uh, Kafka, so we will import in STS, that is Spring Toolsuit. We will open it, and I have downloaded it for like, so if you don't know where you can go here and STS, this is Spring Toolsuit, and you can download for the Linux, that is this thing. So I already have downloaded it, and I will open it from here, tab, and our folder is Kafka EOC, and we will choose our workspace that we have made for it. So launch, okay, and now we will import our both projects. So, and this is Maven based, so import Maven, and here is existing Maven. Next we will browse to that thing like EOC. Here we will first import the consumer thing. Finish, we will maximize it. Second, import the producer. So again import no, import existing Maven is correct, and EOC, this thing, producer. So both the peer consumer and the producer for the Kafka has been imported. So what we can do, like first we need to do a source code review. So Spring contract Java Spring Kafka, think this thing, greetings, and here is the payload generator which is generating the payload. So actually if you see, there are two payloads getting generated, and it's the application. So here is the, when this application is being started, this service is being called, and the main function it should be there. Yes, this is send greetings, and it's sending any random two strings, and then we will jump into this method, and what it's doing is, so we can comment out this code as we don't need to do the DOS payload. So it's making a file inside the temp directory, right? So let's first see if anything. Temp, and there is nothing, so we will name a unique name in here. So hacked.txt, and we will save it. Okay, so what we can do, now we will go to the consumer, and we will build it, mbn clean install to download all the Maven packages. Okay, the build is successful. Spring boot run. So our consumer is up. So we will open a new tab again, and we will go one directory back, and Spring, this time we will go to producer, and again we will build it. So our production has been built. Now we will run this again. So if we run this, we will see like a message will be sent and a new temp file will be created inside the temp directory. So mvn spring boot run, and as we can see, message sent. So what we can do, we'll start a new tab, lsla temp, and we can see here is our text that has been created by us. So we can confirm that we can replicate the scenario. So let's check how it's been happening. So if you go there, actually it's a Java deserialization attack, and it's being deserialized through the deserialize exception class. On going through this blog, you will see where the exception is being created. So first thing, we need to do this class here. So control safety and org spring framework dot kafka dot listener, and this listener consumer is here. You can see the method name is checkDeser, meaning check deserialization. So we'll search it, check deser, and this is the boolean. We'll go down, and this method is our target. So actually when the object is being hit, we will set a breakpoint here in here, and we will go like get exception. So first it getting the headers from here, and after getting the header, it is passed to this byte array. So from this header, this value is being retrieved and it is passed in this function. So in this function, what it's doing, it's just checking the name of the class that has been. So if it's deserialization exception, then it will be if the serialized object is from deserialization exception class, then it will be deserialized. So upon going there, we will see this uh, constructor is being called. So in the third variable, that is cause, it is actually using the throwable, and if we see in this block, the main class is extending this throwable class. This throwable is used to initiate a class dynamically, right? So we will see, like first we will go here and we will make a breakpoint here. Okay, so now again we will run this. So we, as you can see, we have just stopped it from here, and we will start the same thing from here. So if you go here, you will see in local there are two uh, two projects. So one is what we can do, like open config. Let's see if there any config we need to do, and we don't think so. Everything is perfect, and we will hit debug. Okay, so the consumer is up at port 8081. What we will do, we will send the payload again, and let's see if it hits the breakpoint. Yes, as you can see, our breakpoint has been hit, we will remember my decision, no, and our code is here. So if you see like header name, it is Spring Deserialization exception key. If we just continue it from here, like it will hold there again, it's first, and if we put a breakpoint here or like this thing, why no breakpoint is accepting? Okay, let's see. We'll go. So in here, like the deserialize exception I have selected. So from this thing, the exception is being triggered. So when we send a serialized object, it's being deserialized here, and it's getting triggered, and we are getting a remote code execution. So what is the vulnerability here? If an attacker know the structure of your root class, then the whole application is vulnerable, and he can do much more things if he get a remote code execution. So this is the whole analysis of the CVE. If you like this video, please vote this up. Do like and subscribe, and please let me know your reviews in the below comment section. Till then, keep hacking. All the best. Bye bye.